Hello YouTube, and welcome to Lexi's Before and After. I'm sorry for the delay, but long story short, my voice was giving out. But I'm here now, so let's get started. So, Easter has come and gone, and today we're going to talk about my experience with Lent, or as I also like to call it, starting New Year's resolutions 3 months later. Okay, so for those of you unfamiliar, Lent is that 40-day period between Mardi Gras and Easter where many Christians commit to giving up certain luxuries in order to replicate the sacrifice of Jesus Christ's journey into the desert 40 days. So, for example, one of my aunts gave up Facebook, a friend committed to reading the Bible like every day. I think a particular passage, I don't know why, but my mom must be fucking Wonder Woman because she gave up candy. Yeah, she crazy. I never anticipated Lent before, and I never really cared to. However, this year, as a social experiment, I decided to participate in one of the most common parts of the ritual, and which was giving up something. Apparently, there's other stuff you can do during Lent about fasting or going to mass every night or something like that, but I'm not Catholic, and there's no way I'm giving up food. I'm sorry, I need to eat. Okay, so with that in mind, I was like, fine, I'll give up something else. So the question is what do I give up? Well, coffee was definitely out of the question, so was candy. Mama needs her fix. Fuck that. Video and computer games were out because I need some sort of outlet, not just for this show, but just in general. I need to be able to, kill zombies and stuff. And I don't have cable because I stick strictly to internet, so I can't give up internet, which, of course, even if I did, that's not gonna happen, sorry. So, I kept thinking, and sadly, as I kept thinking, the only thing that stood out to me to give up was drinking. Ugh. And while I'm not an alcoholic, I swear to God I'm not, I still didn't particularly like the idea of being completely bone dry. Like, not even like the occasional beer, just like completely just cut it off. However, because it was something I didn't want to give up, but I could, and it wouldn't be easy, which is the whole point of Lent, I decided that was the one to go with. But, however, I did put one clause in there, and that was, I gotta keep St. Patrick's Day. Dude, that's a universal day of drinking for the whole fucking world. Everyone is Irish on St. Patrick's Day. And technically during Lent, you get free pass, I think, on Sundays, which is a day of rest. But I was giving up those days too to make up for St. Patrick's Day, so fuck it. I get St. Patrick's Day. So with that decision made, and Mardi Gras came, and I made sure to throw one best drinking binge for me before I had to give it all up. Then at midnight, I cut myself off, and then the trial began. Yay! Alright, after. So, the first 3 days were fine, but day 4 was the fucking hardest. And not cause I woke up needing a drink, or cause a glass of wine goes good with dinner, or because, it's just hard to break the habit. No, it's because I work in fucking customer service, and all you out there who do, or has worked in customer service, you know exactly what I mean. This is a job where the requirement for working is access to alcohol after your shift. If you can drink, you can work at this job. I'm sorry, but it is a thankless job. Nothing feels better after being yelled at is to just go home and have a fucking beer, or a cider, or a fucking cocktail, because you know what? I got yelled and screamed at today for something I had nothing to do with. Fuck that. I need something. But that not being the option, I was forced to drink more water, and sadly sodas. Yeah, fuck, now I'm going to soda instead. And the worst part is I can take soda with me on my shift. That wasn't a good thing. Not pretty much. Oh well. Anyways, after that, pretty much there was no different for me without drinking, except for those bad work shifts, which sadly they happen more often than you think. At least once a week I get yelled at for something I didn't do. Or by a homeless person. Yeah, sometimes that happens too. That's always interesting. But actually, I didn't drink that much soda. Maybe the first week was really bad. I was just like, oh my god, I need something. But after that, it was just kind of like, oh, finally, the habit's broken. No big deal. The reason why I'm saying it's no big deal is because I'm using drinking, obviously you can tell since I work in customer service, I'm using it at times when there's a great amount of stress. That's not a good thing. In this case, there had been a little influx of chocolate, but again, even that went away after a week. So, after that, you would think that maybe I would start losing weight. You hear all these stories all the time of, oh, I stopped drinking, I lost like so much weight, and I saved so much money. As for saving up so much money, I can't really agree on that one, and this is why. It's because when I buy alcohol, I at least try to get something that, like, I get a few liters of it, so I know it's going to take me a while to get through that. I don't buy, the smaller stuff. I treat it like I do with any shopping trip. This is running low, let's get another bottle. And just like my mom has taught me, I get everything that's on sale. I digress. So, time went by, and the biggest change actually I found was my breath. It wasn't as harsh afterwards. Yeah, that first week it was like, holy crap, what's wrong with my breath? No one else can breathe. No one else smelled anything because I do regularly brush my teeth, but it was me. It was like, holy crap, I smell. It smells so bad. It's like it's in my mouth. So St. Patrick's Day came around. I had a blast, and let me tell you, when you give up alcohol for a while and you jump right back in it, even if it's just for one day, you have a very, very interesting result. Whew! I'm surprised I got my ass out of downtown Seattle just fine. So, still one of the best St. Patrick's Days I ever had, and I topped it off before midnight with just having one last drink with my friends. It was fun. But you'll definitely get buzzed a hell of a lot faster. And then after St. Patrick's Day and a whole day of groaning and moaning because I wish I was younger and I wouldn't have to have a hangover anymore, I continued on my path of Lent of not drinking, and now here we are, the end of the trials and the results. The bad breath is gone, and an increased soda consumption. I would love to say I lost weight, but I didn't. If anything, I actually lost weight before I even started Lent. So before that, it just really made absolutely there was no difference. I'm actually sitting here with a blue Hawaiian, so shut up. But otherwise, oh, that's good stuff. It was interesting. I was doing a social training for alcohol, really, when it comes down to it. Think about it. That's all I really gave up. I didn't increase going to church. I didn't read the Bible more or anything like that. Everything was just pretty much the same. So it's just I happened to be using that time period because it worked out best for me. And at least the results I know is, besides the bad breath going away and my increase in soda consumption, I know I'm not an alcoholic. However, I need to be highly aware of what I do when I get really stressed out. And otherwise, that is my Lent experience. Thank you guys so much for listening. When you click that like button, that makes me feel really, really good. That means somebody out there actually does like hearing what I say. So I really appreciate that. Please hit the like and subscribe button for me. I really would appreciate that. Tell your friends that I have this show. If you have anything you want me to go over, by all means, let me know. Next week, I have Crypticon here in Seattle. I'm very, 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 very excited to go. It is a horror convention, by all means. They're not paying me at all to advertise this. This is all my own fruition. It's going to be over at the SeaTac Airport at the Doubletree Hotel. I hope to see you there. If you're going to look around and say, hey, I listened to that girl, I wonder if she's here. I'm the girl who's going to be wearing the Harley Quinn backpack. You probably saw me at the PL Fair as well. I was wearing that exact same backpack with a little critter inside. And yeah, I look forward to having you guys listen to me some more. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Ciao, Bella.